Open your ears and lube up your butthole. It's time for the What Do We Call It podcast. Now, here's your host. It's Jmann. Welcome to the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm Jmann.
I'm number one fan, Tim.
Did you have a Merry Christmas?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Tell me about that.
Got to spend time with friends and family. More family than friends. Worked a ton of overtime so we could get kids a few more of the more expensive presents and everything.
Terrible idea.
And I was actually, the wife and I were actually able to exchange gifts with each other this year, which we haven't done in a really long time.
Why?
Because all the money went towards the kids. And
Terrible idea.
No matter how much overtime I worked, it never seemed to be enough. So we did pretty good this year. And my mom and dad were... Well, they were as generous as they normally are, and they actually got Mrs. Number One Fan some really useful gifts, whereas they usually give her just weird shit.
Like KY jelly?
Something like that. Yeah, sure, you can go that route with it. No, like my mom got her like these little like pot and pan holder things, but they're terrible, you know? I mean, just kind of useless crap. But this year they got Mrs. Number One Fan a Ninja blender, which I guess is really nice.
Oh.
So... But
she didn't strike me as the kung fu type.
Oh yeah, it was good. I'm guessing yours was good.
No,
it was not.
No, my Christmas sucked a bag of dicks.
Let me guess, you went and hung out with Linda.
For a short period of time, that was much more abbreviated than it was supposed to be.
Okay, well, do tell.
Well, first off, I had to do 3 different holiday get-togethers this year.
I stuck with 2.
That's good. You're lucky. It was my first year being married on the holidays, so I had to go spend it with people that I don't even know who the fuck they are.
Yeah, that happens when you get married.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't even want to see the people I know on Christmas. I just want to be left alone because it's such a dickhole of a holiday.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
And before I talk about the parties, I would just like to let you know that I was off on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. I went back to work at 11 p.m. on Christmas night.
Yay!
So by the night of Christmas, I was ready to be at work. I was excited to not be Christmasing.
I got called into work at 4:45 in the morning, Christmas morning.
It's different. You plow snow.
No, I didn't even plow. I went and had to babysit a half-ass road closure.
Oh.
Somebody hit a telephone pole and the wires were on the road.
Ooh.
So I went out there and just kept an eye on things with the emergency crews.
If you would have called Roadblock, he would have came and he used that pole grabby thingy to throw that wire off to the side of the road until the power company got there. And he would have told those kids again, this is why you don't jump your bikes over down power lines. It's dangerous. You could have got electrocuted and died.
Yeah, I think that's what he would have done.
Yeah, now you know.
And
knowing is half the battle. Well, we went to the first get-together, and it was at the wife's cousin's house. Beautiful home, lovely people. I was fucking tired. I knew the kids would get a bunch of stupid shit they didn't want. And the kids took turns opening a gift by age.
Oh, that takes forever.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck came up with that.
So everyone can enjoy everyone else's presents.
The Juice opened something. She's like, look what I got. I'm like, oh, great. And then little E opened something.
You're going to lose it.
And then the Juice starts fucking crying that she's jealous that little E got something. And we had to talk her down off the proverbial ledge. And by we, I mean the wife had to talk her down off the proverbial ledge and go, it's the first gift. There's 4 gifts. You guys all got the same type or amount of stuff. Settle down. And she did. She got the same fucking exact thing. It was a carrier for a stupid Our Generation doll. Do you know what those are?
No.
Never let your daughters ever have them, or I will punch you in the dick for not following my advice.
Ow! Done.
I mean Mike Tyson knockout punch in the dick.
Okay.
Anybody that hears this, do not give Target your money for Our Generation dolls. They are fucking retarded. They are like the cheap version of the American Girl doll.
Oh, okay.
And my fucking daughters are obsessed with them.
Well,
let me preface, all of the anger from this episode stems from Our Generation dolls. All of it. All of it. They each got a carrying case. And at the time, Little E didn't have any. And
She didn't have a carrying case or any dolls?
she didn't have any Our Generation dolls.
Okay.
And Chi-Chi had one, and the Juice had two.
Okay.
The Juice had gotten one as like a birthday gift, I think. And she fucking carries this thing around. And she makes me change the clothes because she can't figure out how to make it happen without breaking the arm off. And she had my dad convert a cereal box, like a double-wide cereal box, into a car carrier seat for this fucking stupid little cunt.
What the
She asked
hell?
me to help her braid the bitch's hair. I don't know fucking braid hair. I've had a shaved head for 19 fucking years. Do you think I know how to braid goddamn hair? No.
No.
God damn it.
I have a general idea on how to do it, but it's not going to look good.
Nope. It's a ponytail. I put it in, go to school. Fuck off. Nope. So the gifts, and then we go home, and I'm just fucking tired. You know, because trying to find the goddamn cousin's house, I left this part out as it's all coming back to me now as I've tried to repress some of these memories. The street I was looking to turn on, they changed the name of the street. I don't know when, but sometime between when the land was first purchased for a neighborhood and the developer named the streets, and when they renamed the streets, Google Maps never updated. So the wife had given me directions, because my flip phone does not have GPS. And I'm looking for a street. I'm like, I'm going to fucking go down this street. And I find one that's similar in name, and I'm just doing circles. So I'm calling her, and, you know, I finally fucking got there, and I was like, oh, God, this is bullshit. And Chi-Chi had fallen asleep, and the Juice is whining. And we get out of the car, and it's typical, do they have a dog? If they have a dog, I'm like, I said, shut the fuck up. I am tired. We just got lost in a city I'm very familiar with. And if you start having a panic attack before we even know if there is a fucking dog, I will slap the shit out of you. I'm in no mood. Do not start having an anxiety attack over something you don't even know is there.
She doesn't like dogs, does she?
Oh, she fucking hates dogs still. There was a dog.
yeah.
It was a big Dalmatian. It was in the basement.
Oh, okay.
And she ended up petting the dog.
No, you have to be.
Yeah,
right
so
kind of-
fuck you for having a shit fit over a dog you petted anyway. I know you can hear me. Upstairs. God damn it. So we go home, and that was the 23rd, and then the fucking Christmas Eve, we went to her sister's. So my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, the house where we had the wedding.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, my God.
I imagine that property looks awesome in snow.
It does. It does. Earlier in the day, we went there because it was my niece's birthday.
Okay.
And the plan was, and this took forever to figure this out, my mom would not acquiesce to the time slot of the day on Christmas Eve that she got. She had to have Christmas Eve night. She wouldn't do it earlier and then come with us back to the sister-in-law's because it was birthday, Christmas. There were 3 events in one fucking day.
Ugh.
Yes, I know.
Fuck that. I'm going to 1, maybe 2, and then the third one, fuck off.
Yeah, well, anyway. So after a couple of weeks and some talking tos and converting the math on paper, like literally on paper for my mom to figure it out, that 5 hours is 5 hours. Yeah, I know. And we haven't gotten to the part where I go see Linda yet. This is just on the fucking phone. So the birthday party, and then we go over to my parents' house. And I had warned her twice in the weeks leading up to Christmas, do not go crazy buying a bunch of shit. They do not need a bunch of toys. They have too many toys. The house is too small for all of us anyway. I have nowhere to keep this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And her classic grandma fashion, well, you can't stop me from buying gifts for my grandkids. I'm like, I'm not telling you not to buy them gifts. I'm telling you to fucking take it easy. So we get there, and it's nice for the first 15 minutes, and then they want to open gifts. Now, we were supposed to be there for 5 hours.
Were you there for just dinner and opening gifts, or just opening gifts?
Hanging out, opening gifts, having dinner, spending some family time. Supposed to be 5 hours. We were there an hour, maybe.
Okay. We usually eat dinner first, then we relax, have pie, relax a little more, and then do presents.
Well, I'm also not eating sweets.
I don't usually eat the pie. I still stuff from dinner I can't eat. Sometimes I will, but I wait till after presents.
Well, as Louis C.K. once said, the meal is not over when I'm full. The meal is over when I hate myself. So you should just eat the pie and quit being a vagina.
Nah, I'm trying not to
Eat the pie.
overeat.
Yeah, well, food makes stress go away. But I'm not eating the sweets, so it's not making the stress go away.
I get stressed out when I eat too much because I don't want to eat that much. I don't like eating to the point where I feel like I'm going to throw up.
Well, I'm not talking to the point where
Or
I pull
even
like
where
a full-on binge and purge.
Well, even when I feel like I'm bloated, like, oh, my stomach. I don't like doing that.
Fucking Romans used to do that. Rome, binge and purge. Anyways, so we get to the present opening portion.
My favorite part. Just kidding, it's not.
Yeah. So, what's the first gift?
Our Generation doll?
An Our Generation doll.
Sorry for the delay on that. I wanted to say American doll.
Yeah. And then the next kid opens a gift.
Our Generation doll.
Correct.
Wow, I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah, and then the third one opens something, and I forget what it was.
Our
And then
Generation doll?
No. No. And then it's back to the juice.
Another Our Generation doll?
Correct.
Why do you need 2?
She already
I think one
had
would work.
2. The only reason that she had 2 and Chi-Chi had 1 is because they were good girls at the dentist finally after a year of trying to get him to go. And the beast took them 2 weeks before Christmas to the store and let them buy their own Our Generation doll.
Wow, I just told my kids you're going. It's a part of life. Enjoy it. Make sure you breathe through your nose.
Well, they both have panic attacks and melt down about going to the dentist.
Well, I did too, but I still went when I was a kid. Hell, I still do.
We had to sedate Chi-Chi.
What? Oh, wow.
They had to put her under to give her 2 tooth caps and fix 4 cavities.
Well, some people can't handle just the Novocaine, so...
She can't even handle an x-ray. She won't even open her mouth.
Those things hurt.
An x-ray?
Well, they put the cardboard tabs in the far back regions. When I squeeze down, my mouth isn't that big in there, and it jabs up into my gums and, you know, the further regions of my mouth, and it hurts like a motherfucker. It's only in there for about 4 seconds, but still.
I'm slow blinking at you. You never had braces.
No.
You know how they fit you for braces?
No.
They jam a fistful of fucking chewing gum-like material into your mouth and tell you to bite down.
I could do that.
Yeah, and they tell you breathe through your nose.
That's how I learned to stop gagging while they were cleaning my teeth and all that.
Look at the size of my fist.
Yeah.
That much material in my mouth. Do you think it's comfortable, or do you think it's pushing on the back of my throat and I can't breathe?
How far back do they shove it?
They shove it all the way in your fucking mouth, and they try to make a bite mold.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, and I panicked, and I said, I can't breathe. And she's like, well, if I take it out, then we have to start over. I started having a fucking anxiety attack.
Wow.
I couldn't breathe through my nose because the shit was making me gag. And I couldn't swallow because then I'd fucking swallow some of it down and wouldn't be able to breathe.
Yeah, there's got to be a better way to do this stuff.
Yes, thank you, health partners. I'm sure there's a statute of limitations on suing you for emotional distress, and that's why I still go to a different dentist now. Cunts. So then the Chi-Chi opens another Our Generation doll. And then 2 in a row for Little E. 2 Our Generation dolls.
6 total? No, wait, I've lost
Yes,
count.
we're at 6 total.
6, okay.
And then there's outfits for them. At the 4th one, I was pissed. At the 5th one, I had to get up, walk, get a drink of water, and go sit on the stairs. I got out of my fucking chair. When the 6th one happened, I put on my coat, I went outside, and I went for a 20-minute walk in the fucking cold.
Jesus.
I was furious. And I may have dented my parents' mailbox with a karate chop.
It's just not because of what it is, it's because of how much it is.
How much it is, they don't need it. So I came back, and I just lit my mom up. I fucking gave it to her like nobody's business. Full on screaming, not watching my language. The kids are sitting there just...
Probably terrified.
They are deadly silent.
At least they're being quiet.
The first thing I said when I walked in the door is I pointed at the juice and said, go change back into your day clothes. Because they were wearing their Christmas dresses. Because she has to put them in a Christmas dress that she buys for them to wear one time or maybe twice.
Ugh.
And I'm like, with all the shit that is going on in the world right now, and all the warnings I gave you about not spoiling them, you go and buy them more useless fucking pieces of plastic. She has 2, she has 1, you want to buy one for the stepdaughter, fine. 6 fucking dolls, Linda, at $35 a pop. I fucking warned you. I'm like, you know what I fucking watched the other day at work? A video of a little girl running out of a bombed school in Syria with her goddamn hand blown off.
Ew.
She's missing a hand. Oh, but the kid's gotta have more fucking dolls.
It sounds like Linda might have gone a little overboard with presents there.
Oh, and then she's like, well, I think you're being ridiculous, which made me scream even louder. So then I told Chi-Chi, take off your goddamn Christmas dress. We are fucking leaving. And it takes her a few minutes to finally give in. And in that time, I rattled off the following phrases. This is fucking ridiculous. Thanks for shitting on my parenting. I'm trying to establish in them an appreciation for the true value of $1. You have destroyed the fucking economy for Christmas. I am done with Christmas. I'm sick of this. This is the last Christmas we're fucking having. Do not mention that word or this holiday to me ever again. And the Jew says, well, it's not Grandma's fault. You should have some holiday spirit about Santa. I went, fuck Santa. Santa's a fat bitch. I was quoting an ICP lyric at the time. And I said, every single fucking piece of this shit, take it back. Take it all fucking back. They cannot have any of it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I was DEFCON 1. We were fucking punching in launch codes in my mind. She's lucky I didn't smack my... Oh, I should have just decked my mom in the face.
That wouldn't have gone over well.
I don't give a shit. It's been a long time coming, and she fucking deserves it.
I was talking about it before, but at least my mom listened this year. She didn't go overboard with the kids.
Oh, not Linda. It's all just, well, I can do whatever I want. Fuck what you say.
That's what
like
my
it's a
mom always
game.
said.
It's always just a big grin fuck, like, ha.
I'm going to give the kids sweets if I want. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, well, wait till she's in a fucking rest home and she needs medications, and I'm like, nah.
I can do what I want.
Nah, we're not going to get the good stuff. We're going to see if there's a generic equivalent, and if there's a waiting list, we're going to hope that your liver holds out or something. I don't know. And maybe you should have thought about that before you put on 80 or 90 pounds. You fucking miserable wrinkle sack. She's going to die alone. I just like to point that. Once again, Linda will be dying alone. If my dad goes first, she's dying alone. At this point, I don't even know if I can salvage my relationship with my father.
No, and I'm pretty sure I'll hear a little bit about it next time I'm out near your parents.
This man has the most unbelievable fucking Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that Chi-Chi put up a fight to take her dress off and she was crying. My mom took her downstairs where the wife was changing the baby. And the wife looks at my mom. She's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's fine. And honestly, my wife said, she thought I gave a shit about her feelings? You fucking warned her. I was pissed off too. We were both equally pissed off at how much shit she had bought us.
Oh, okay. The Dirty Bee was mad too. Okay.
Yes. And then I say to my dad, I'm like, if I could go back, all the stupid crap you used to buy me at Christmas, all the dumb G.I. Joe vehicles and shit like that, you used to go overboard then. You guys are fucking shopaholics. I didn't need that shit. My dad's like, well, you always accepted it. I'm like, you fucking gave me toys. Of course I'm going to accept it. But you shouldn't have bought it in the first place is the fucking real point here. You didn't need to fucking spoil me. My mom's like, well, I always spent on you and your sister equally. Fucking buy less shit then, because she used to buy a whole new wardrobe every year for my sister, basically. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I guess I don't even know really comment on that because I don't know what your sister's needs were 100%, but...
Not a whole new wardrobe every fucking year. She sat in a wheelchair. She wasn't running around sliding into bases and wearing out the knees in her jeans.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just like not a lot of wear and tear on her clothing, just changing them.
Do you notice that mountain of boxes of children's clothes that we passed on the walk down here?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's been there for months. We don't even have the energy to go through it all. That's because of my mom.
That's all from her?
Buying too much.
That's new stuff?
No.
Oh.
That's from over the years. I always tell her, you buy too much, slow down. Now it's between two houses. Nobody can fucking keep track of where all this shit is going. And then I constantly have to fight with the beast because she's like, I need more clothes. I'm like, no, what you need to do is to fucking organize their goddamn dresser, you lazy bitch. So what? They're going to have like 2 outfits here? Because I'll send them home in pajamas and I won't get any back. And the first time I had to go into her new house, her mom threatened to call the cops on me because I walked past her to go into the Juice's room to look in her dresser drawer. I'm like, can you see if these 2 specific pairs of jammies are there? Because I have no more clean ones. That's why I brought them home in an outfit. And she's like, yeah, they're not there. I don't see them. I'm like, no, bullshit. They're here. And she'd been given orders to not let me go in the back room and go through the clothes.
The beast.
Gave her mother orders not to let you back there?
Yes, because
The beast
is poor and grew up poor, and poor people always think they're getting ripped off. I swear to Christ. So when she said they're not there, I fucking knew that she didn't look, because I didn't even hear the drawer open. And we go back there, I'm like, look in the top drawer in the jammy drawer. She's like, no, they're not here. It wasn't open long enough for my eyes to even register what color the top set of pajamas were.
She looks for stuff the same way my kids look for stuff. No, don't see it.
She was trying to put me on. So I'm like, move. And I open the drawer, I'm like, they are right on fucking top. That's exactly what I asked for. Well, says not to let you in here go through the stuff, and I don't know what you're taking. I'm like, who buys all the fucking clothes? My fucking parents do. Not you. Not
the beast.
Not me. My parents. This shit was not paid for by you, and your goddamn daughter accuses me of hoarding shit, and she does it. I don't do it. I have nothing to bring them home in, and here sits all the crap from my fucking house. She's like, you don't talk to me that way. I'll call the cops. I'm like, fucking do it. So I can tell them that I asked you for something, and it was right there, and you fucking lied to my face, and I have to almost bring my kids home in clothes that are too small for them, because your goddamn lazy-ass, drug and alcohol-addicted daughter can't throw some shit into a Target bag and send it home with them. You tell them that. And maybe while they're here, they'll find her weed stash, because she's still on probation. Maybe she'll go back to jail. Yeah, that was like a year ago.
Jesus.
So we left my parents. And before I left, I'm like, you will not see them tomorrow. You are not taking them to church. My children are not some fucking ornament that you dress up and take the show off to your twice-a-year crowd. So, have a nice Christmas. We're not going to stay for dinner? I'm like, no, you fucking idiot. We're leaving. Haven't talked to her since.
Well, yeah. I'd be surprised if it's any time within the next few months.
Well, here's what she did. She said she was going to do this, and I told her no. She sent the fucking toys over to
The beast.
house. And the new clothes, and said, don't give any of the new clothes to him for his house. He's so unappreciative. Yes, because I'm unappreciative, not because I warned you not to spoil my children so they can value what they have, because the pie is now smaller. Every piece, it's sliced up a lot more now, so they all get less.
Yeah, we don't buy the kids a ton of stuff. We just make sure it's good stuff. You know, that was the biggest struggle we had with presents from my parents, and even from us in the beginning was, oh, like every kid's got to have 15 or 20 different items, you know, and we were just buying them crap, honestly, sometimes. In like the last 4 or 5 years, we've really, you know, we really think about what we're going to get them, you know, what are they actually going to use, stuff like that, and it changes everything. I mean, it still kind of costs the same because items are more expensive now than they were before, but at least they're having stuff they can use, stuff that benefits them.
It's nickel and dimey crap that just drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's what we used to buy a lot of, or my mom and dad would buy a lot of, and this year that didn't happen, so.
I don't understand why some people can't fucking sack up and tell the kids, well, you don't get a present everywhere you go. These people don't even hardly know you. And here there's people that, when we went to her cousin's house, bought like $10 gifts for my kids. They never see these people. They see them once a year at most.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a present or even want to give a present to somebody if I hardly ever see them.
It makes me not want to go to these fucking things.
Well, my mother's side of the family, we don't exchange gifts. I see them maybe a few times a year. We don't do any gift exchanging, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, well. One of the other things that I said is, in my rage-filled pontificating, was everything you just gave them means nothing. Because they rip it open, looking and go, wee, and then they throw it aside for the next useless piece of crap that they just want to open up. It's mindless consumption. And I don't even get joy out of giving them gifts because I know that you're going to fucking spoil them. So nothing I go out of my way to find for them that's meaningful means shit because they know there's going to be a mountain of other crap at your house. And the more they have, the less they appreciate it. I said that they didn't even deserve any of those presents, and that's why they weren't getting them. So then we went home, and then we went back to her sister's, and then we had her side's family Christmas.
That go better?
Yes.
Okay.
We had a lovely dinner. There were way too many gifts. But I couldn't lose it on her mom, because her mom buys a lot of the gifts at Goodwill, because Target will take what they can't sell and dump it off on Goodwill. So ironically, all 6 of the girls, our 3 and our 3 nieces, got an Our Generation doll.
Oh my God.
But it cost $4, and they all got the same doll, and it's a cheaper version of it. And then just all kinds of fucking weird shit. I got a jacket from my mother-in-law. I was like, wow, is this because I never wear a jacket? Trying to send me a message?
Take care of yourself. You're going to get sick.
Yeah. And then it was time for our Secret Santa. And this thing went on till like 11 p.m. I wanted to leave by 9. I was exhausted. And my brother-in-law had worked a 24-hour shift the day before and not slept afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's right. Isn't he an anesthesiologist or something?
He does hospital-y stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So when it came time for Secret Santa stuff, I opened mine. And it's a box.
Go on.
Inside the box, the biggest goddamn brownie I've ever seen in my life.
You're off sweets.
And a dozen M&M cookies.
No.
I open it and someone's like, what's wrong? Don't you like it? I'm like, no, it looks fucking delicious. And then the wife goes, he's not eating sweets for 90 days. He's on a 90-day no sweets kick.
Bad timing.
I'm like, I want to put this whole fucking brownie. It is the size of my laptop almost.
Just do it.
I just want the whole thing in my mouth because of my mom.
Do it.
Normally I'd eat my feelings.
Eat it.
No. Stop it, Gollum.
Lick it first.
What?
That way you don't have to share it.
Settle down, Harvey Weinstein. So then the next morning, we had our own Christmas.
Christmas at home was just the wife and kids is nice. I like it.
It was, except there was too much shit. The wife went a little overboard on the nickel-dimey crap.
Oh, well, I got back from work at 8:30, so, and then I picked the boys up from their mothers, and we didn't go to my cousin's till like 3:30. So yeah, I had like a hour or 2 long nap after we opened up presents.
I was just glad it was over.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad it was over too. Man, I don't look forward to the holiday seasons, but
Well, I worked retail for 10 years. You'll never get me to enjoy this holiday. It's mindless consumption. It drives our economy. It's why there's the phrase Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Small Business Saturday. I get that you have to buy
That's a
things
new
to
one to
put
me. I haven't
money
heard
into the
that one.
economy. Oh, yeah.
Small Business Saturday.
Small Business Saturday is the day after Black Friday. And then
Okay.
that following Monday, Cyber Monday.
So what, you're supposed to just go to small businesses?
I don't know. There's nothing on Sunday, so maybe they should make it like Sex Shop Sunday, where all
That'd be
the
perfect day.
all
for
the
that.
smutty shops stay open on the Lord's Day,
Yeah.
and just dildos are flying off the shelf because, hey, you could be talking to Jesus right now, but why not just stay home and fuck yourself? I just
Why
wrote
not?
the whole slogan right there.
Right there.
I should probably be like an ad man. And we need to focus on the fact that there's too many people, and there's too much stupid shit, and it's better to get together and talk and enjoy each other's company because we already are separated by all these assholes that stare into a device.
Yeah, that it's like at my cousin's house, we don't do the gift exchanging or anything, and almost nobody's on their phone. Like every once in a while, like someone will grab the phone and like you can tell they're like checking something, but they're only on their phone for a minute or two, and we talk, we laugh, we watch, we take turns kind of. Mrs. Number One and I, we take turns checking on our kids, make sure they're not doing anything they're not supposed to do and everything. But it goes real nice. It's a lot of good times.
Well, it's like sit down and watch a movie and then eat dinner and then just talk or play some family game. Do something that doesn't involve or need you to purchase an item.
Mm-hmm.
These people don't need this shit because they got way too much 3 different times and then they went home to their moms when I dropped them off Christmas morning after ours. And she had got them this giant Melissa and Doug ice cream / lemonade stand thing. Yeah, and then she's like, look at all the shit under the tree. I'm like, yeah, take some of it and hide it or return it. They don't fucking need it. Because she had heard what happened at my mom's.
It sounds like that in your particular case, your children definitely got overspoiled with what would technically be 4 different Christmases.
Yes, but then the Beast's mom showed up and her whole back seat was full of presents.
So 5.
So more stupid, useless crap. What do these kids need all this shit for?
Well, at that point, it's just like, if you want to get my kids something, get them like a $10 gift card to like Target or something, so they can pick out a little doll or something.
No, that's more stupid crap that they just have to burn in a hole in their pocket.
Yeah.
And then after Christmas, it's all picked over and clearance and shit out, and you just buy garbage you don't want. So take them somewhere. Do something. Her mom lives hand to mouth and has declared bankruptcy multiple times over her life. Mm-hmm. And when I joked about, oh, your mom's living hand to mouth right now, working less hours, and she's got the government breathing down her neck because the IRS was checking her out. Yeah, nothing I did, I swear to Christ. They just randomly fucking picked her up for making too many cash deposits for somebody with the amount of Social Security money she earns a month.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
You get cash, you don't put it in your account.
Well, she's dumb.
The beast
Says, well, she didn't pay cash for that. It's on her credit cards. I'm like, oh, so she's well on her way to another bankruptcy. These kids are going to grow up in one household that's, tight belt and learn how to fucking save your money. And another household where it's like, money? Here you go, store. And her mom's a gambling addict, so let's go to the casino, Grandma. Yay!
Casinos are so fucking overrated.
So the point here, that rather than just ranting maniacally about how much I hate Christmas, is people need to clamp down on this shit. The stores control us, and they keep pumping us with this mentality of, well, you gotta have this, and look at all that, and the toy commercials that run from Halloween till Christmas, nonstop, on all the fucking Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network and shit. They are indoctrinating our children with a capitalistic mass consumption mindset. And we gotta, as a people, like, fucking strike back and say, stop this shit. And my kids, hopefully one day, are going to figure out that I bust my ass to provide the bare minimum. But Grandma just keeps showering them with shit. And I hate to say this with like a sense of entitlement, but pissing away my birthright.
That's what I really liked about my grandparents, is they didn't give out a ton of gifts. They almost, like, my grandma and grandpa from my dad's side, and I got like one or two things from them every Christmas. And when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, well, this is kind of an odd gift or whatever. But it's what they had. They didn't have a lot, so they knew not to give a lot.
My dad's parents, his mom died when I was 6, and his dad was broke as shit. Worked on the railroad, had 13 kids. If he wasn't at work, he was sticking his dick in my grandma, apparently.
What do you like to do after work?
Yeah. Well, I go home and I lay the wood to my wife. She's like an easy-bake baby oven. My mom's parents broke as shit. They didn't give extravagant gifts, so I don't know where my mom got this fucking addicted to buying mindset.
Because she didn't have money when she was a kid. Now she has it. She doesn't know what to do with it.
She doesn't have it. It's my dad's fucking money, and he just retired.
You know what I mean? That's like my parents. They're retired, and my dad's telling me about living on a budget, but then, like, the day after my Mrs. Number One Fan's company Christmas party, they wanted to go out to brunch, and they treated us to brunch, and that restaurant had to have been a $200 bill, at least.
Ridiculous.
It's like, you want me to help? He's like, no, I got it. It's like, you just told me last week you're on a fixed income because you've retired. Why are you buying this? Let me help.
My mom is shitting her pants over the fact that my dad's not going to have a paycheck for almost 2 months because of the conversion to Social Security and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes a while.
And this is what pisses me off equally as much as circumventing my parenting, is that she's like, well, I don't know what we're going to do because of the cost of healthcare and all that shit. Well, gee, why don't you just give them some Our Generation dolls and they'll give you some S-Effects or some whatever fucking pill they gave my dad for lisinopril. Yeah, I'm sure if you go to the store and you give them some of the kids' toys, they'll fucking trade you a sandwich, you goofy bitch.
Yeah, I should have thought about that shit when you were at the store.
God damn it, Linda. And when I say my birthright, everybody expects to get something when their parents die. I don't want to make it sound like I view my parents as an ATM and when they die, I'll have some money to burn to be a little more comfortable. Mm-hmm. But funerals don't come cheap, and they refuse to be cremated. And I don't even want to fucking see her in her final years. So it's kind of like all this emotional abuse, I kind of feel like you fucking owe me. Could you at least save some money? Because I can't buy food with Our Generation dolls when you die. And I can't trade children's clothing for electricity.
Nope.
So if you have parents like mine out there, just punch them in the fucking face. Who cares if you spend a weekend in the cooler? Maybe you'll finally get through to them. I'm kind of hoping she falls down the stairs or something here pretty soon, and she really needs some help. And I can go, oh, well, why don't you make a splint out of a couple of Our Generation doll boxes, And then crawl your fat ass up the steps to make your own lunch. Oh, that's right. You have Dad make all your meals. Because he's like your fucking indentured servant.
He makes all the meals?
He would go to work and he would make her sandwich for lunch before he left.
Oh my God.
And she'd spend most of the day on the couch in her nightgown.
See, I always thought it was weird that my mom would make my dad a lunch every day, except Fridays. I always thought it was, well, Dad, are you kind of helpless or something? And it's like, it's just something that she likes to do for him, but I don't know. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's just reversed at your parents' house.
Oh, it's because my dad has been broken.
Maybe.
He's
my
broken.
dad won't be broken.
My mom is like the head of the Church of Scientology of wives. And my dad can't get out because he's trapped. He's been in too long. She knows too much. She can hold so much over his head that it's just, he's Tom Cruise and he can't make an escape even if he wants to, because they obviously have a Polaroid of a dick in his mouth or something. And my dad's just making sandwiches to appease her, or else she's going to scream at him.
Today's sacrifice will be PB&J with the crust cut off.
Yeah, and tomorrow's sacrifice is that time that you let that guy put his dick in your ass on the set of Days of Thunder. So, to review, fuck Christmas, fuck my mom, fuck Our Generation dolls, fuck Tom Cruise, fuck the Church of Scientology, fuck Our Generation dolls, fuck my mom, but not literally because she's disgusting, and fuck Christmas.
That about covers it.
Interact with the show on Twitter at What Do We Call It? That is at What Do We Call It? You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/What Do We Call It? Podcast Show. I'm sure there's a website somewhere for Our Generation dolls, and you should go there, and you should find a way to hack it and shut it down as a favor to me, because I have suffered. I've suffered so much. For the What Do We Call It podcast, I'm Jmann.
I'm number one fan, Tim.
And that's the end.
Best day ever. I helped Liliana get ready for a horse show. Went on a woodland adventure with Isla, Holly, and Phoebe. And hung out with my best friend forever. This is my story. This is our story. Our generation.